Welcome back to the European Summer Diaries. In episode 2, I'll be exploring Budapest for a few days in the lovely sun. We combined sightseeing, vintage shopping and relaxing very well. I'm excited for you to see everything we got up to this lovely, wonderful weekend. On the morning of May 25th, I left for Budapest, getting a train down to King's Cross, another train to Stansted, and a plane from Stansted to Budapest. It was a very long travel day. I think I was travelling for around 12 hours, so I was absolutely exhausted by the time I got to the Airbnb. My book of choice for this travel journey was Verity, and let me tell you, it was gripping. If you're into a sort of dark, twisted love story, this one's for you. After I'd got to the Airbnb, we decided to head straight out for dinner, and we went to the local corner, which is a little pizza place I'd been to previously. You can fully create your own pizza, it's a lovely atmosphere and very well priced. On our walk home, we decided to stop by at a food market. This one is absolutely delightful. It has some real Hungarian cuisine. We were still full from our pizzas, so we opted for an Aperol Spritz and a beer. The settings were absolutely beautiful and the atmosphere was something else. This food court is super close to the Ruins bar, which if you have been to Budapest, you know is a great attraction and somewhere you should definitely look at going. We woke up the next morning, it was beautiful weather and we were both so excited to start the day. We decided to head to a little coffee shop to have some food and some drink and just enjoy the sun. It was much warmer than we were expecting, with highs of 26 degrees every single day. We stumbled across the vintage garden, which from the outside doesn't look like much. However, when you step inside, you are greeted by a wonderful courtyard that has the perfect amount of shade, the perfect amount of sun, and delicious food to go along with it. We both chose Eggs Benedict, a coffee, and freshly squeezed orange juice. It was the perfect breakfast to start our day. After this, we walked around a little and I was craving a matcha, so I decided to head into Starbucks and get one. I knew I had some time alone, so I decided to sit on a little bench in the sun and begin my new book, which was All Your Perfects. I've read lots of books recently and All Your Perfects is a wonderful one, and I would definitely recommend if you're looking for a love story, one with a happy ending. Today we had on our agenda one thing and one thing only, which was vintage shopping. Budapest is meant to be renowned for its vintage shopping and we stopped in a few shops, but honestly it was so warm. We managed 2 shops, the first called Retrack and the second called Sputnik. Neither of us found much that we wanted to buy, so we decided to head to a Sky Bar. I'd been to this Sky Bar before when visiting Budapest and I really enjoyed it. There was great drinks at a great price and of course a wonderful view. We sat here all evening just catching up, talking, enjoying the view and finally the sunset. It was a really lovely way to spend the rest of our evening. The 27th of May was our final day here because we were both leaving very early the next morning. This day we decided we wanted to be proper tourists and booked a hop-on hop-off bus tour. Our ticket even included a river tour, which we thought was a bonus. To fuel up for the day ahead, we started at the Box where we had bagels, donuts and coffees. Iced coffee is such a lovely delicacy where there's sun. It honestly makes it taste much better. We had both previously been to Budapest, so we had done most of the tourist stuff. However, there was some stuff that I still wanted to explore, and for this, the hop-on hop-off bus tour seemed perfect. We made the mistake of going on one without a detachable roof, and in 25-degree heat, this was not great. It was lovely to drive around and hear through our headphones all of the interesting facts about the areas we were driving through. Because it was so warm, we decided to stop off at Vörösliget Park. There was actually a huge fair going on, so it was lovely to walk around all the stalls and especially take in all the really historic buildings. The architecture in Hungary was absolutely divine and so interesting to look at. I was so desperate to keep reading my book, so we stopped in a little park, had a lie down, and I got the chance to continue reading my book. For me, this is the perfect way to spend an afternoon. We wanted to go on a boat tour around 4 p.m, so we decided to head back into town, get on the bus again and walk towards the water where the boat was docking. The boat tour was really lovely and I would really recommend getting a ticket to it if you are going to be visiting Budapest anytime soon. Our final evening ended at Kiosk, which was right on the water. They had lovely food, lovely drinks, and a really nice atmosphere with great music. It really was the perfect way to round off a lovely few days, and we even had a really special sunset to share together the final night. Thank you so much for watching the second episode of my European summer travel diaries. Next episode will be in Lisbon in Portugal, and I'm so excited to take you along for my journey there. I'm super excited to be eating lots of pastel de natas, drinking lots of Aperol and exploring a new city in the sun.